Oh my. Yo, 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 what's up? This is Joe from Joe Innovation Growing Beats Capital State, baby. Let's go, boys and girls. I think I'm going to do something, fellas. It's going to be a hard road. I'm telling you, I'm just going to go and tell you right now. I'm just going to go and tell you it's going to be a hard road. It's going to be a hard road. I think I'm going to put them down. I think I'm going to put these Red Bulls down. I think I'm going to put these Red Bulls down. I think I'm going to do it. Don't do it. I'm so wired up anyway. And then I drink one of these and end up drinking another one. So yesterday when I was at the grocery store, I got 6 of them. All right. So you got Monday. I got 6 of these. So when these 6 are gone, I'm gonna do my best not to drink none. Cars has been on my ass. Cars in the cut has been on my ass about drinking these. He keeps telling me, man, stop drinking them, stop drinking them. So I'm putting it out there for the world. I might fall short. I might slip up. I might fall. But I tell you, if I drink one of these off camera, best believe I'll tell you. But right now, it's a nice rainy day. The metal's in for the walls. They just texted me this morning, said the metal's in for the walls. Oh, yeah, they hard on the heart. Hey, I tell you what else is hard on the heart. I haven't been drinking them long, honestly. I might have been drinking these things maybe 2 years, maybe. I used to drink Mountain Dew like a son of a gun. And then I quit drinking Mountain Dews. I don't drink sweet tea no more. If I do, it's very, 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 very rarely I'll drink sweet tea. It's mostly just water, flavored water. But, yeah, these things they're not good for you. They keep you wired up. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. But yeah, I got a text message this morning about 8:05. They said, "Hey JG, I got a text message about 8:05 this morning. Said your metal's in, but it's raining. You can come get it when you want to." So we're gonna see what happens. Yeah, they can give you a stroke. Yep. But I'm gonna go and tell you right now. I'm gonna go and tell you. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the ones I got off. Cause they expensive. And if I get a caffeine headache, I'll just have to take some Excedrin. But I'm gonna this one here. I'm gonna drink this one and that's it. So, me too. Used to drink a case a day. Yeah, man, y'all gonna make me pour this thing out right now. I told y'all. I said yesterday 10 o'clock, but man, I wanted to put this thing in yesterday so bad I couldn't stand it. But I was trying to stay. I was trying to stay focused because I got everything prepped. I got everything here yesterday because I just sat here in this chair, listened to the radio, listened to a bunch of y'all's lives yesterday and old videos. I sit right here in this chair and I turn my phone on and I just go through and get caught up on all the YouTube stuff. And I sit here and listen in the big speaker. Um, Damn, Mac. All right, Mac. All right. All right. I just opened this one. I'm going to take one last water. All right, that's the end of that. That's the last one right there. That's the last swaller. That's the last. That's the last one. That's the last one. There's the last one. Oh yeah, I know I can do it. Yeah, if I slip, I'll tell it. I ain't gonna hide and say, I'm not gonna hide and turn the camera off and go, you know. So, anyways, we'll just get this water. I still couldn't find my I still couldn't find my little magnet for my phone. So I know Carolina Big put his LS engine in his truck in 9 minutes. From the time it was picked up to the time it was set in the hole, 9 minutes. And I'm pretty sure I could beat that. And we're going to try to attempt that. But we're not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize the integrity of putting it in there. We surely to God don't want to scratch nothing. We don't want to tear up. We surely don't want to scratch nothing. We surely don't want to scratch the firewall. Right? And we don't have a transmission on it as well, so it's going to lean down a little bit. So we're going to pick it up. We're going to set it in the hole. I got the bolts right over here. I know, right? Where's Big at? I got the bolts right here. We're going to put these bolts in. We're going to put these in. But I went yesterday to get some grade 8 bolts, and they didn't have no grade 8 bolts. They said they'd be there today or tomorrow. So these bolts will just be temporarily. I will put grade 8 bolts in it. So that's that. I got 2 sets. So the deal is, we're gonna pick this joint. Let me do like Impala Jake. We're gonna pick this joint up right here, and we're gonna put that joint right there, and then we're gonna get my dowel pin, my drift pin, so we can line it up. We're gonna set it in the hole. All right. We're gonna set it in the hole. Oh, I got to turn. Oh, I got the hiccups. I forgot to turn the air on, fam. Give us a little bit, turn the air on. We're gonna need the air. So, with that being said, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You know what? I don't need that. I can't use the air. You know why I can't use the air? Because Carolina Big did not have air over hydraulic. What's up, everybody? If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We on our way to 10,000. You finally showed up to work? You finally showed up to work? Huh? Yeah? Tell me about it. What's wrong with you? Huh? Yeah? What's wrong with you? You better go pick up a wrench or something. What's wrong with you? You don't know? No, he ain't obese. This is an outside cat, man. He ain't obese. This son gun's thick, boy. That thick. He got his winter coat on. He a big old cat. He ain't obese. If he's obese, it's from eating rats. He gets a eighth of a cup. He gets a handful, like an eighth of a cup of cat food in the morning, and that's it. At 6 o'clock, he gets a little cup of cat food. Damn Whiskers, the damn bistro, whatever the hell you want to call it. And then he gets another one. He gets another little small thing around lunchtime, a little small handful. And then he gets another one in the afternoon about 7. That's it. Hawky. Look, there's Hawkins. Hawkins ain't but about a year old. Hollywood. What do you say, Hawky? Yeah, he don't even get but just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta have a sharp cat. You gotta have a sharp girl. Hawkins be catching bullfrogs, squirrels, lizards. He catches them. Hell, he had a rabbit the other day. I heard some squealing and I was like, what in the hell is that? I said, I know what that is. I said, where in the hell is that at? And Hawkins had not a full grown rabbit, but not a baby rabbit. It was like maybe in between. And that son gun had him down there at the bottom of the hill. And Holly just laying there, just looking at him like Garfield. Look, he's calling Hawkins. He's right there, big dummy. What? Holly, everybody wants to see how big you are. Come here. Come here. Let's show everybody how big you are before we get to work. Come here, Hollywood. Come here. Come here. Look how big Hollywood is. Big old fat boy. Big old fat boy. Huh? Huh? Anybody know a cat you can do that with? Look. Oh. Look, Hawkins like, what happened? What happened? What did he do to you? He got a sneaky snack. I ain't got no sneaky snack. I ain't got no sneaky snacks. I ain't got no sneaky snacks. Look, he looking for some sneaky snacks. Hey, I tell you something else he does, man. He'll be sitting here looking. He'll be in there in the shop in the dark looking at this. He'll be in there in the dark. He will be in the dark looking at the ceiling going. Y'all do know cats trip 98% of their lives. All right, boys and girls. We got, oh, I got shoes on today. I got shoes on. Everybody, I got shoes on. All right, so I was going to use the air, but Carolina Big didn't have an air over hydraulic. So air over hydraulic, let me explain to you if you don't know. If you know, just hang tight so I can explain to everybody else. Air over hydraulic is I hook the air hose up to this. You pull this lever down. You flip that back. It sends low pressure. It sends air to this air cylinder or to this pump, and it pumps up the cylinder. All right. So that's what that is. So, we're not going to use that because Carolina Big didn't use that. But I'm really not in a race. But I do know Carolina set his in 9 minutes. After he got it set up, he set it in his truck in 9 minutes. But like I say, I'm not trying to beat that by no means because I do not want to scratch this. I do not want to scratch the engine bay. I do not want to scratch the firewall. I do not want to break nothing. I do not want to break the distributor because this is not mine. This is a client's, and I'm sure he's going to be watching this, and I do not want to break nothing because I'm being careless, irresponsible, and trying to do something. But if we beat the 9 minutes, we beat the 9 minutes. If we don't, we don't. So let me see how I'm going to set this phone up. See if I can get y'all some footage. So if I set y'all about right there. Customer card don't want no. Yeah, if I put y'all right here, let me say, if I set y'all, is that a good angle right there? If I put y'all right there? The storm has got the delivery messed up on a lot of stuff from Amazon. There's my guy. Hey, Carolina, I'm just gonna do my normal thing. If I get in there if I get there before 9 minutes, I get there before 9 minutes. I can't scratch this thing. I can't tear nothing up. I don't want to break the distributor. I don't want to scratch the firewall. But whatever happens, happens. I'm on Amazon Saturday said, well, not Saturday. Yeah, Saturday night I got an email that says package is delayed due to inclement weather. So hopefully that 360 stand will get here soon enough. So let me turn this thing around. Y'all see good right there? Is that good? Y'all let me know. Drop in the comments if that's good. Oh, I know. Carolina, I know. I got to think about it. I mean, I know I can do it in 9 minutes. I know I can do it. But I got to think about it yesterday, man. I can't scratch this thing, man. So is that good? Let's see if I get. Yeah, that's all messages. We're good. Is that a good angle right there? Because that's. You know what? I can go get the ladder and put y'all on top of the ladder and have y'all shining down. Oh yeah, y'all want me to go try to get the ladder and put it up like this on the ladder? Y'all want me to put it up there like that on the ladder? That's what I'm gonna do. Let me go get the ladder. Y'all hang tight. Yeah, let me go get the ladder. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Now this ain't my first rodeo. Now let me show you. This ain't my first rodeo. Look at all that tape. Look at all that tape where I taped the phone up there. So y'all hang tight. Y'all just bear with me now. Is that better? I can't hardly see everything because there's a tape in my way. So Gary said a better view. Just let me hold the camera for him. Are we good? Are we good? Let me know if we good. Let's go. Hit that subscribe button. All right, boys and girls. Like I say, we not in no foot race. Who got the timer? All right. So we at 23:22. So we at 23 minutes 30 seconds. So 23:31. So in 30 seconds. Man, we got 300 people in here, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that thumbs up. We trying to get 10,000, baby. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go. Man, I forgot how. Damn, man. Boy, I'm spoiled with the daggone air over hydraulic. I'm gonna go and tell you right now. If that thing was air hydraulic, it'd be like tap 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 tap. All right, we gotta act right now. Oh, you got to be joking. You got to be joking. The car. All right. The car's so low, the daggone thing is hitting the damn A-arms. Now, if the parts store sold me the parts store sold me the right motor mounts, we should be good. She's in the hole. She's in the hole. We're at 29.34. 29.34. Just got to put the bolt in there. So what was the time? What did we start? We ended up 29.34. I can't let all the pressure off of it. If I let all the pressure off of it, everybody that knows that's got a small block, 930. Everybody knows, you see right there, everybody knows with a daggone HEI distributor, you ain't got no clearance on the firewall. So, I think that's a win, boys and girls. What's the time? Well, let's go back and watch the video and get the official time on it. I had to jack that up because of that. So, we're gonna let the car down. No, we can't do that. Because if we do that, then it's gonna be sitting on the stand. We'll figure something out. We'll stay on here and figure something out. We on 30-minute mark. I didn't even get my bullpen. Let me pick up on it just a little bit. Yeah, I got one. Yeah, I got one big. Yeah, I got one. We could probably grab the... That's what I was looking for, big. Right there in front of you have been a rattle cock map and buckets right there. Y'all hang tight. Let me climb under here. Y'all live with me for just a second. Let me live with you. All right, let's see what that does. It can set back just a little bit, but let's see if that helps it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Carolina Big for the daggone tip for the day. So let me show you how this air over hydraulic works right quick. So if you're doing this stuff by yourself and you're gonna do it a lot, it's a whole lot nicer. Well, let me say, it is nicer. Let me show you, it's a whole lot more convenient to do this. Let me show you. So I'm gonna do air over hydraulic. See, look. See? Look like that. Look. See? Air over hydraulic. So you can be like tap 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 tap, and you can be working, doing what you need to do while this is working. And if you really want to go fast, all right. See, air over hydraulic. All right. And then you can do this. Put it on automatic. Reach for the sky. All right, let's set this down real easy. Damn it, Jay, I said easy, damn it. All right, I'm gonna set that number 7 plug wire that's turned like that. We're gonna change it. We're gonna run it this way. Number 7. Get that out of the way. Look, we got a little bit of room back there. Probably got 3 fingers. 3 fingers. Got 3 fingers back there. So now, when I put these bolts in, I'm gonna put grade 8 bolts. I'm not even gonna put no bolts in it right now because then I take them right back out. So we're gonna put grade 8 bolts in that. I get some of them today. Pick up the torque converter, and then we can put the transmission in, put the cross member in, and then we're good to go. Yeah, it turned out nice, Carolina. Yeah, it turned out nice. Shaved the firewall. Then we put the inner fenders in. Looks like the engine is setting, and it might be because of the jack stand got it kicked a little bit, but it needs to twit. But once we get it in there, it'll be fine. This was just a temporary hose. I have the right hoses for it. So now we need to figure out. The radiator. We need to figure out where the condenser is going to go. I think the condenser is going to go. Damn, I wish I had that stick. All right, let's look at the AC stuff right quick. Look at the AC stuff right quick. All right, there's your hoses. Okay, so here's the condenser. All right, so y'all hang tight. I will fill it before. Yeah, it's always good to fill the torque converter up before. Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, boys and girls. Here's a condenser. So this, man, it sucks not having that damn stand. Y'all just bear with me. All right, here's the radiator. And this is going to have to go right there. So we'll have to figure that out. Have to read the instructions. What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about, Willis? Y'all hang tight. We're just gonna mock this up right quick, just see what it looks like. We're gonna mock this up right quick. Huh? Yeah, so that's good stuff. Good stuff. So there should be plenty of room. Should be plenty of room for the condenser to go right there. And I think the condenser, I'll have to get the instructions out because I've never put one on a Impala. But what it's looking like, it looks like we're using the existing holes. Yeah, that's what it's looking like to me. It's looking like we're using these existing holes. We bolt that up there. The condenser is bolted to this, and then the radiator squeezes that in there. So that's what that looks like to me. So this goes like this. Yep. So that goes like that. Yep. Yep. So that goes like this. That goes like that. And then this piece right here goes on first, and then the condenser goes on. Boy. Yes, sir. What's up, Tulu? What's up, 84? What's up, SS gang? Anybody have the official time for SS? What was it? Like 5 minutes? It's like 5 minutes, I think. It's like 5 minutes we got to sit in the hoo. Yeah, so now we got to, yeah. So we got it in there. She set in there. So now we got this right here. This is the condenser. We bolt that onto that. So that'll be another live. I won't do that on this live because I don't want to run it too far. We're already at 40 some minutes. So didn't even spit. Didn't even. Didn't even spit on. And I got shoes on. But since that's all over with and we don't have to worry about messing with nobody's toes up, now the shoes come off. The shoes come off. We don't need them stinking things no more. Ha ha! So this goes in first. This is the condenser. It's going to be on this side because there's where the compressor's at, and that's where all the lines are coming out right there. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then when we put the bolts in, when I go to the, because I got to go to Tractor Supply and get some grade 8 bolts, and then we can secure everything 100%, get those other ones out. Then we can put the fuel injection unit on. So we'll do that in the next one. We'll do like a 2-part series, probably 3 parts. So we'll go ahead and get the fuel injection put on, but can't put the fuel injection on until we secure everything at the back because we're gonna need to pick it up. So if we need to put some pressure on it, So what y'all think, boys and girls? Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Yeah, that's gonna look real nice. Got the new hood hinges put in yesterday. I did do that. I got this little tool y'all gonna like. I'm gonna show y'all this little tool that I made to put on these springs. Y'all gonna like it. And see, look right here, Carolina Big. You will appreciate this. See that? Now there's the exhaust horns that go straight down. The long tube headers went down through there and they were beat around the daggone starter. That was rubbing against the frame rails, and it was just a cluster of just craziness. These is what's supposed to be on here. So now I can run the exhaust straight down, run out, run to the Y pipe, and run out the back with no issues. No jam up, no nothing. Same thing on this side. See, on this side right here, this right here, this heim joint right here was jammed into the long tube headers and was putting pressure on this. Then what it was doing, it was heating up this heim joint and making the steering get stiff. And it was jamming up, and that's what caused the steering shaft or the steering column to malfunction and break. See that? It's because get that shit out of here. So that's that. So we got to get a new steering shaft or steering column. There's the transmission. So, but yeah, and then we got to take the fuel pump. We got to take this. You got to take this stuff off, and we got to take this off. Everything else stays on my engine cart, and then we got to go in there. So, yeah, one bend, man. Just like one bend down and one bend around, and we're good to go. Yep. So it's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a nice driver. It's gonna be nice. I hope the client's watching. I hope he's happy. But I appreciate everybody tapping in this morning. I really do. So it's we've been on here for 46 minutes. Anybody got any questions right quick? If anybody got any questions, drop it down in the comments. We'll spend the last 5 or 6 minutes answering questions. And then I'm gonna gather up some tools. I'm gonna gather up some bolts. Get some hardware together, pull out instructions, see how this condenser, I kind of see how it goes, but get the condenser, get it all put together, assembly, because I can't leave my phone in do not disturb mode. Here's all the fittings. I have the tools. I can't leave my phone in do not disturb mode long time during the day because people might be calling. So here's your binary switch. Here's all your stuff here. Here's your ends. I have the tool to crimp all these ends. There's your other tri-vary switch. What's in here? This is probably your evaporator, probably, or your dryer. Yep, there's a dryer. So we got, there's a refrigerator dryer. You do not open this until you're ready to go. And then there's your line. So we got to put all this stuff together. I say me. And then we'll 61 to 63 Impala condenser with dryer. So we got to do all that, and then we'll, once I get all this stuff ready to install, there's plenty of videos out there to show you how to put this stuff together. I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm just show you some action and some motion. So I appreciate every single one of you. Hit that subscribe button. Anybody got any questions? I don't see no questions. Oh shit, hold on. I have a question about the 84 Hertz Oldsmobile transmission and converter. Oh, I'm on Wi-Fi, Gary. I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm not on AT&T. I'm on Wi-Fi calling right now. So once I leave Wi-Fi, my cell phone shuts down. So transmission and converter. The question on that, Tony, it's a 700R. It's a 700R. Has the 5 planetary gears. Has the 5 gears instead of the 3, on the barrel. So instead of having the 3 helix gears, this one has the 5. Has a bigger barrel, has a bigger clutch basket, so it has more clutches and more fibers, or more clutches and more plates. Has the big ball in it where it maintains 200 psi all times. So if your detent cable is not 100%, you don't have to worry about burning up your transmission. That if you guys got any transmission with a kick down cable and you're having it rebuilt, I highly suggest telling the transmission shop to put the big ball in it. And when they say, what are you talking about, the big ball? Say, I want to be able to restrict the transmission pressure where it maintains 200 PSI at all times. So if my detent cable is not 100% in the right spot, it won't burn up the transmission and it won't slip. And they'll know exactly what you're talking. It's not a shift kit, okay? It's not a shift kit. Let's clear the air on that. It is not a shift kit. It is not a manual valve body. It is none of that. It is where it's called a big ball kit. You put a big ball kit in it, you put a big ball kit in it, and that maintains 200 PSI. So if you don't have your detent cable at 100%, it won't burn up your transmission. It won't slip. Then has Corvette servos in it for a little crisper shift, not hard, just a little crisp. Has the updated pump in it. So he just said it had an updated pump. So I don't know if that means it's high flow or I know it's not high pressure. And another thing, guys, y'all don't need high pressure oil pumps in your engines. You're going to blow your damn seals out of your engines. You need a high volume, not high pressure, high volume, right? So he just said it had an updated pump. Has the five helix gears in it, has the big basket with more clutches and more fibers, has the 200 PSI ball kit, has a Corvette servos in it for a firmer shift, not an aggressive shift, but a firm shift. And then I got to get a torque converter around 2200 stall, which is basically they told me to get one out of an 89 or 91 IROC Camaro. And that would be around 2200 stall, and that would be great for this car here because of the gear ratio and the cam profile. So I hope that answered any questions. Let me I had one when I was in high school. Well, I appreciate that, Mr. West, taking notes. So, and another thing on your transmissions, I said this last night in SS's live, but if you wasn't over there, you probably missed it. So we'll just close this episode up with this. So when you're building your vehicle, I don't care if it's a truck or a car, does not care. I do not care. This is for automatic, right? Not for manual, automatic. So you have to start with your rear end, all right? So let's say you're running 373 gears. You're running a 28-inch tall tire. Not a 28-inch rim, a 28-inch tall tire. Meaning from the floor to the top is 28 inches, right? So you're running a 373 gear. I'm going to go slow, right? You're running a 373 gear. You're running a 28-inch tall tire, okay? And you have a automatic transmission. Doesn't matter what it is, automatic transmission, right? So then now you work from the back to the front. So now you got your rear end, your tire size, your OD tire size. Now you move forward. Now you got your transmission. Doesn't matter what transmission you got an automatic. Okay, now the next thing you need to find out and you need to ask is what is your cam profile, right? What is your cam profile? Do you have a stock cam? Do you have a stage 2 cam? You have a mild to radical cam, or do you have a full-blown fuck around find out cam, okay? It makes a big difference. So the reason why it makes a big difference, for example, this one here has a stage 2, according to blueprint, this has a stage 2 cam, hydraulic roller. That's what the cam is. They said that cam makes good vacuum for accessories like power brakes, air conditioner, or your servos on your windshield wipers, whatever else you got going on. If you had vacuum plenums in your dash, any of that stuff, right? It makes good vacuum, right? An engine is, only thing an engine is an air pump. That's all it is. It's just an air pump. So then you find out what your cam profile is, and then you say, hey, look, this is the cam that I'm running. This is the rear end that I'm running, the gear ratio. This is my tire size. This is my transmission. What torque converter do I need to use for street and cruising, if that's what you're doing. And tell them what it's in, because they're going to give you the weight of the vehicle, right? And then once they do all that, they're going to say, okay, you need a 1800 to 2200 stall non-lockup converter. Bam, that's what you need. You put that bad boy in there and you're good to go. A lot of people let's say you put the wrong torque converter. Say you put a stock torque converter in your setup, and your cam was a little bit more healthy and it needed a little bit more stall. You will have sluggish takeoff. You will have sluggish when you fall out the pass. Your gear, everything will be sluggish because the torque converter is not keeping up, all right? Now, let's say you got a monster cam and it's making zero to no vacuum. None of your accessories are going to work. Your vacuum advance, this one right here has a vacuum advance, that's not going to work right. Your brake booster's not going to work right. Your windshield wipers is not going to work right. And when you pull up to the stoplight and you put your foot on the brake and you're sitting there at the stoplight and your car's sitting there running, and your foot's on the brake and the car or truck is trying to walk its ass through the stoplight, you have to pop it up in neutral because the torque converter is not set up and it's just sitting there, and you don't have enough vacuum to help the pressure on your brakes to keep your brakes locked, and your car and truck just sitting there going, trying to walk its ass through the stoplight. To fix that, you need to either get an electric vacuum pump so you can make vacuum, or you have to get a vacuum canister to put off to the side as a reservoir, so when the engine does make any vacuum, all your stuff is coming off of this capacitor or reservoir of vacuum to run your accessories. A lot of people just throw shit like spitballs and see what sticks and what works, and then they bitch and complain that nothing works right and they don't know what it is, and then they talk crap about it because it's a piece of junk when they didn't do the research on their own and they didn't take the time to figure out. I promise you, if you're going to spend $3,000 or $4,000 on something, you might as well pick up a book and read. And not everything on YouTube is facts. There's a lot of people out here on YouTube that's spitting out information that they're regurgitating shit that they've heard from somebody else, and they couldn't whip their ass out of a wet sack if you tore a hole in the bottom of it. And then when you ask them complicated questions, they're like, well, I don't know, I didn't get that far. It's because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Willie Rebuild said it best the other day. I watched a video of Willie Rebuild, and if Willie Rebuild has watched this, he said exactly how I feel. Exactly how I feel in his videos. You know, you got people that just regurgitate shit and they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. They don't know the research. They don't know nothing. They don't know. They're just regurgitating something else that they heard from somebody else. If I tell you something, it's because I've done the study. If I don't know something, I'm going to go find the answer and I'll come back and I'll give it to you. But I'm not just going to give you bad information or information that I don't know what it is. And then you run off and tell it, and then somebody says, well, JG told me that, and I'm going to say, well, he's a damn idiot. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. It's not like I woke up one day and said, hey, I want to build cars. I've been doing this shit for 30 years, man. I mean, and I'm still learning. Every day is class day. Like Gene Winfield said, every day is class day. You can always learn on something. Learn on something, right? So, we at 57-minute mark. Let me go through the comments, see if I missed anybody. I'm going to get this stuff together. It looks like the rain's holding off just for a little bit. So let's see what we go. S10 with a 4.3 stall. Okay, well that's good information, JT. S10, all right, so JT says that a S10 with a 4.3 has about a 2,000 stall. That's good information. I will check that, JT, because I will actually look into that and see. That's the problem I'm in right now with my fuel pump. All right, boys and girls. I got to make some phone calls. I got to call TKM. I got some stuff. I've been trying to get an appointment with them for about 2 weeks. And and I got some other things I got to do. I got to get some hardware. I got to get some bolts. I got to get this stuff straightened out. I got to get this condenser bolted up, and we're going to pull this radiator. It's just sitting there. We're going to do that. We're going to get that bolted up, and then we're going to go from there. And then y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay clocked, locked, and rocked. And when we come back, I don't know what time it'll be. It'll probably be a couple hours. Probably come back and we'll get the radiator mounted. We'll check the radiator hoses. I know I got the radiator hoses, and then we'll go from there. I still don't have the hardware for the inner fenders, so we can't put those in. And if they got the torque converter and the new torque converter bolts, that's something else. Try not to reuse stuff like that. Some of them bolts are torque to yield. I'm not saying that these bolts were, but this thing, when we pulled the old engine out, it didn't even have a lot of bolts. I mean, it only had 2 bolts in the bell housing. So there's a lot of stuff that was missing, so I had to replace that. So, boys and girls, I appreciate every single one of you. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and when we get back, we'll be around round 2. Remember what I said, boys and girls, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch or sweeping off anybody else's. Put first that loose end drag, piece of them chicory, some out.